Okay, here's a kind of looking for a softer look. Lisa has me thinking of like wedding colors. So I just kind of want to start playing around with different combinations and just seeing how they look. So one thing that you want to do when you're doing a makeup look or like a wedding look, I don't know how this one's going to turn out. I don't know if this is per se makeup like a wedding look, but I want kind of like that really light and airy look that's more bridal. So I'm just playing with different colors and ideas because I have a very specific thought in mind for a wedding look, but I want to, you want options. And what's going to be the easiest, doing it yourself on a kind of a busy day. So we're going to play. I have light to medium CCTM on. I have light concealer, and then I have a couple dots of Whisper Pink. And I'm also going to take fair CCTM just to add creaminess and put a dot right there as well. I know, it's lovely looking. And then I'm going to take just a little concealer brush. I'm first going to do right here. Now, it looks like I had a lot of product right there. I have very little. You want less is more. And so that's kind of what I'm going for. And I am using a thicker coverage, as in I added that Whisper Pink to add a little bit more of a thicker coverage, because with a wedding or an event look, you're wanting that perfect skin look. And so this is creating for me my perfect skin look. So I'm letting it all warm up. That's why I put it on first like that, particularly the concealer. The warmer it is, the easier it melds in and color matches your skin. Okay, so I did all those areas, and now I'm going to go back in and I'm going to blend the rest of the CCTM in. And then what I'm going to do is, because I want that flawless complexion, I'm going to let that sit for about a minute or two. I want it all the way dry because I'm going to do layers. I'm going to add foundation. And then today I'm going to use Fawn foundation. And then I'm trying not to get my eyebrows. And the reason is, normally I don't care, but I don't want any excess on my eyebrows. Have you guys ever noticed they start looking a little cakey? That means that you're getting too much on your eyebrows. Now, if you're a person who struggles with oily skin, go for it. You'll be totally fine. And if you're struggling with oily skin, always add a powder in, particularly during the summer months, to help everything set in place. And I'll show you how I'm going to do that as well today. I don't have oily skin, but just in case you do, I'm going to show you a technique. Okay, I've let that set for a while. So now I'm going to take my Fawn, and this is in foundation. I'm just going to do a couple dots. This is going to offer thicker coverage, more coverage, which once again, we're going for flawless skin. And yeah, this is just in a little tester tube, sorry. And then you also want your skin to be glowing. So I'm also going to add in a little pearlizer. And I'm going to put it where I would normally highlight, and then it's going to end up blending out everywhere. I'm going to take that same foundation brush, and I'm going to start stippling this in. This is not the best foundation brush, but my other one is dirty. So this one I have to kind of swirl, so forgive me. And then I'm going everywhere and kind of leaving that pearlizer. And then what I'm going to do is, when I get to that pearlizer, then I'm going to start blending that in. And it's going to spread everywhere and give my skin that dewy appearance. And I'm just going to look more glowy, more ethereal, more bridal. So this is a great technique, and make sure you get all the way down your neck and on your ears. I'm covering up my earrings. Okay, so when you use a powder, you want very little powder. So this is translucent powder. I'm just taking more of a fine brush, and you're going to just press it with very little product. Make sure you look up so it doesn't crease, right in this area. This will help your skin to look even more flawless. And if it's a hot day and it's an outdoor wedding or outdoor event and you're afraid of sweating, this is going to help. It has talc powder in it, help keep your makeup perfect and soak up all that sweat so you don't have little dewdrops everywhere. Okay, so I go around my nose. You can see how it's also creating almost like a filter-like effect. It's really good. So in this little like eye zone, I'm using a smaller brush, and I'm always hitting off the excess, and I just press. Okay, and then as I get to the rest of my face, I'm going to use a fluffier brush, but where all these little nooks and crannies right here, You want to press it in, okay? And then you can do the fluffier brush. And I'm gonna keep pressing it in. You want it to become part of your skin. But you can see how much more flawless my skin is with this powder. Now, if you are dry skin like me and you use a powder, so what you can do afterwards, it looks really good. Like you can't see it standing on your skin at all, but if you're like, oh, it's a little too drying for me, but you still want that extra flawless look, then take your hydrating facial serum mist and put that on. It's just gonna help blend it all together. It's melding it all together and it's going to look flawless. You will not be able to see the makeup sitting on your skin at all. Okay, so I'm actually trying to do a really simple eye look that anybody can do, so it's not difficult and it doesn't make the day more nervous than it already is, or the evening or whatever. So I'm taking Whisper Pink because I'm actually going to lighten my eyes first, and I'm kind of doing opposite than we normally would with a bridal look. I have way too much on my eye, sorry. Don't put this much on. I'm gonna grab a new brush and I will just take some of that off. There we go. There we go. You just need a little bit. I just wipe that off. So I'm going all the way up to my brow and then I'm fanning it out. And hopefully this isn't setting before I get to this eye. There we go. It's like this eye is more like what I want. Just need a little bit. And then you're going all the way from and do the inner corner to lighten and brighten that inner corner all the way over. Okay. Okay. And then I do have, if you can see any texturization right there, I just have my infection on my eyes, so forgive me for any texture that you might see. Okay, and I have steroid cream on it, which might affect how the makeup is sitting. So, okay, so after I do that, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go in with Mulberry. I'm going to put Mulberry right here in the high crease, and this is going to be my transition color. I'm just going to fluff this color out. I'm using the same brush as I used for the Whisper Pink because I just am adding more of a shadow than anything. I'm going to build it up a little bit. I want it to go pretty high because this is one of the only other colors besides Candied Cocoa that you'll really see on my eye. So I'm going really high on that Mulberry. It's just slightly warming it up, but it has a nice bridal color to it. You can also use Pink Posey if you're looking for a deeper tone. And you don't have to be very specific with Mulberry. It's a very safe color, and that's why I'm choosing these colors. Because once again, it doesn't take a lot of, you don't have to be a makeup artist to do your own makeup. Okay, so I have Candied Cocoa, and I'm taking a flat brush. This is from Body Shop. I love their flat brushes. And we are doing, you guys have seen me do this before, but not maybe with these colors. We are going to do a smoky eye. But Candied Cocoa is so pretty. And then open your eye all the way. And then it'll make a little line. That's how far you want it to go up. Okay, so that gives you your mark, more or less. So I'm putting this all on. Candied Cocoa goes on really smooth. And once again, I'm opening my eye, look up. It stamps how high it needs to go. So let it sit for a minute, and then you're going to tap it in and blend it in. Okay, and I'm just going to blend that edge in. I'm going to go back in and fluff that edge out. I'm just using this to tap it in. Okay, and then you're going to take that same brush that you had with the Mulberry and the Whisper Pink, and you're just going to smoke this out on the edge. See how pretty that is? And it's super simple. You really can't mess up. The only way you can mess up is you accidentally fluff this out too much, and all you do is you add more product. So these colors are made to blend easily and be simple to apply. So I'm just fluffing that out. But you can see how pretty that looks, but how simple it was. Okay, I think I'll just use the wand. I'm going to scrape off all the excess on the Candied Cocoa. I'm going to go right underneath and follow that lash line. With a bridal look, you want it kind of light, a little deep color, but not too dark. But really feminine is usually the look that people go for. I'm just gonna take that flat brush, that same flat brush. I'm just gonna gently smoke that out. Okay. And I'm going up from the corner of my eye out towards where my eyebrows should end. This is gonna give me my line for my eyeliner. And once again, I'm gonna do a nice, gentle, really soft and feminine eyeliner. Okay, so that'll give me like almost like a little stamp to follow, if that makes sense. Okay, but the Candy Cocoa with that slight shimmer just really makes your eyes shine and stand out. Next, I'm going to go ahead and take French Roast. French Roast is not any longer available, so if those who don't have it, you could use another soft tone. So you can either make your own French Roast. You could do like Rustic Brown and Pink Posey and mix it together. Or you can take just Rustic Brown. I don't know if I would do Onyx, but you can totally take a black eyeliner as well. It does give off a little bit more harshness, but it will make your eyes stand out. So I'm going to go ahead and take French Roast. I'm going to take an eyeliner pencil. This is probably not my favorite eyeliner pencil, but I don't have any others clean, so we're going to roll with it. I'm just taking it off the tip. I'm staying as close to the lash line as possible, and I'm going to do a nice wing. Okay, and then I'm going to also go ahead and take a little bit of this because it is a bridal look. I really want my eyes to pop. And I'm going to go ahead and do eyeliner on the bottom, I already have that Candy Cocoa, so I'm going to stay as close to the eyelashes. I'm lifting underneath my eyelashes, I'm lifting them up as possible. And then what I'm going to do, okay, is I'm going to smoke it out. I would use a pencil eye brush again, and I'm just going to gently go right along my eyelashes, smoking that color out. Okay, so I'm going to do the other eye now. Okay, so next I want to do eyebrows. I want really pretty eyebrows. So when I want like perfect eyebrows, I use Mocha Java and Rustic Brown just side by side, and I just dip my brush because my brows are two different colors in both colors, and I just dab off the excess, and then I go ahead and do my brows. So start about a third of the way in on the bottom, do the same on the top. Follow your normal line. Remember the rule, start at the corner of your nose, straight up through the corner of your eye, that's where your eyebrow should start. Through your pupil, that's where your highest peak should be. Through, follow the end of your eye line right here, that's where they should end. And then you always do the front last. I'm filling this all in now. And follow the hair strokes, the natural hair strokes. Mine are so thin right there, I turned my brush sideways. And then I always have a spoolie on the end that I can buff it out. And then you comb it out. Okay. So I'm going to do the other eye. And then, because you want to look all that extra and you kind of go the extra length on your wedding day or on that special event, I'm also going to take Espresso because I want my hair to stay perfect. And I'm just taking that spoolie end and I'm using this as a hair gel. You can use nude or Espresso. And I'm just combing it through to make sure all those hairs stay right where I want them. No random weird hairs. Okay, and then for blush, I'm going to combine Pouty Pink Blush Sense and Pink Posey. I don't want it very dark, but I need it darker than Pouty Pink, and I need it lighter than Pink Posey. So I'm combining the two. Mulberry would work, but for my skin tone, it's just not quite enough. I'm not doing any contouring, but I'm just adding this combo to my cheeks. And see how it like draws everything together? Okay. Also, you could use Garnet as eyeliner. I think it'd actually look better than French Roast. The French Roast makes the pink come out on the Mulberry and it's almost too pinky. Like I said, I'm playing with colors and different techniques currently. And then you're going to take your foundation brush and always make sure you have at least 2 finger widths away from everything. Okay. So I'm just blending those areas in because I want it really soft, right? Everything about bridal makeup is more on the softer side. Okay, there we go. Time for mascara. So I'm going to do this combination. Primer first, let it dry for at least 2 minutes, and then I want my lashes really long and really thick. So I'm going to start off with 1 layer of waterproof to lengthen them. I'm going to do 1 layer of regular to make them really nice and thick, and I'm ending with another layer of waterproof to seal it in, so then if you need crying or you accidentally get doused by champagne, I mean, I don't know, it doesn't go running down your face. Okay, and then just to make my eyes stand out a little bit more, but without adding any extra color, I'm going to go ahead and tightline my upper lid. Okay, so I'm taking black eyeliner pencil, and then my tightlining is not easy for me because my eyelids do not care for it, so thank goodness for waterproof mascara and makeup. So you can see the difference of what that tight lining does. It just enhances your eyes a little bit more, but keeps the makeup still looking nice and soft. Oh yeah. And then on the bottom, I'm not going to do black because I want to keep it soft, but we're going to do gold to help reflect that light and make your eyes shine even more. You can see that the black from the top does not transfer down to the bottom, which is what you're looking for in a great eyeliner and a pencil. No transfer. Okay, and so this gold will only really be seen when the light's reflecting off of it, but it'll just make your eyes look a little bit more open, a little bit more sparkly, a little bit more interesting. Okay? Okay, so I already have my cheek color on. I need a little bit more va va voom. Get my lips ready too. So what I'm going to do is I want a little bit more pink, just like a little sheen. So I'm going to take Silver Rose powder and I'm adding just the barest amount. I'm almost using it like a highlighter right here on my cheeks. I mean, very little. Okay, but it's going to reflect the sun even a little bit more, almost like a pearlizer, but a little pinkier. Okay, and then I want to bronze up my skin just a hair and have that beautiful tanned look without going to the tanning bed. So I'm going to take bronze dust powder, and I'm just taking what's in my lid, once again, very little, and I'm going around my forehead, warming it up. You can see already how much that drastically changed the look on my face and contouring with it. Okay, you want everything really light-handed with bridal makeup or special occasion, like event makeup. Everything needs to be really subtle. Okay. Okay. Last of all, we're going to do lips. So you have numerous choices. Today, I'm going to go with Pink Champagne. Okay, so here's my top 4 lip scents for a wedding look. So you really usually go for more of a neutral, once again, more natural looking lip. So it's up to you whether you like a little bit of a frost or not. So here are the choices. They're still wet, sorry. So Bella, if you want a more of a deep tone but still neutral looking look, here's Pink Champagne. I'll show you the bottle too, it's not coming across. Okay, Pink Champagne, this is more of a princess look, but it's very natural looking, it's a cool tone. And then you have Beige Champagne. I always say this is my business look, there we go. It's like a beigey tone with a nice slight frosty look on it, or Nude Pink. Okay, and any of these can be layered together. So this is what they look like in the tubes. You have Pink Champagne, Beige Champagne, Nude Pink, and Bella. So for today, I think I'm going to go with Pink Champagne. All these would look great with this look. Okay, they would all pull everything together. Beige Champagne is my favorite. I'm trying to decide. Nude Pink could be really, really pretty. And Bella. I'll go, let's go with Pink Champagne. We'll do what I was initially going to do. And you can always change these up with a gloss, but I would keep a gloss pretty minimal and go with either glossy. It's pretty sticky, so maybe not glossy. I'd probably do like a rose gloss. So then when you kiss your husband, it doesn't come off on him. The color doesn't transfer. Okay, so this is Pink Champagne. Okay, I don't have rose gloss available. I just finished mine, and so I haven't opened a new one. And I really want to prefer glossy. It's too sticky, and I wouldn't want it to stick to my husband if it's too fresh. So I would stick with like either pearl or rose. Orchid is another great one, but more of a neutral tone and with just a slight tint to it, if any at all, because they sink in beautifully. They're not sticky, and when you go to kiss your husband, it won't leave a color on him. So this is Pearl. It's very pretty. Just adds a little pearlescent hue to it. Very gorgeous. Okay. So I really like this look for a bridal. The only thing I would change, so you can measure your hair up or whatever you want. The only thing I would change is I would not do a wing. I would erase those wings and I would just go to the outer corner of your eyes. That's the thing that I do not care about with this look. Other than that, I really like it. I think I would do garnet over French roast, although you could easily play with it. Or I would do, instead of mulberry, because it is more of a pink look. I don't know if that's coming across on camera. It is rather pink, so it depends on if you want that pink or not. I would, instead of mulberry, I would do either natural tan instead of mulberry, or even Mocha Java, but with Mocha Java I would add a little mulberry into it. So just because this look, it did turn out rather pink, and it is a really beautiful pink, but it just depends on what you prefer. I think some women are gonna be like, that's exactly what I want. Other women will be like, not quite that pink. So it all depends on what colors you want to go for. Always experiment before the big day and try a couple different looks out on you. Okay, I want to see what would happen if I deepen up this look just a hair, because I have a feeling that some people would want this darker. I don't know if I do or not, but I want to see what would happen. So I'm going to take that French roast with a fine tipped brush. I'm just going to mush it all in, and I'm just going to add it to the exterior here. I don't like that wing anyhow, so I'm wondering how this would look if I just deepen the outside. I'm going to take that fluffy brush that I used for the mulberry. Just want to see what this would... You could easily, once again, use garnet. So, okay, which eyes do you prefer? This eye or this eye? This needs a little bit more blended. I think even a little bit more product. I really liked the look without adding this. I really do think some people will be like, oh, I want it darker, which is totally fine. So we're just going to add that. And I'm kind of going up. And then blend, blend. French roast thankfully blends beautifully. One second, Sissy. Okay, so out of the two eyes, which do you like better? I like how light this one is compared to this one. I think I got this one a hair too dark.
Okay.
There. It's definitely darker, but that is also an option. You can always deepen any look up with just a little addition into the corners here.